Welcome, electronic video guests, to the outer limits of the trading card hobby, TTM. Through the mail, we seek to have the famous and the infamous sign the trading cards and photographs we send to them through the mail. Today we have 9 such specimens to examine. 9 through the mail autograph request returns? Unbelievable. So if you like seeing envelopes being cut open, you've come to the right place. Sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy the fun presented to you absolutely 100% advertisement free from the worldwide YouTube video airfill. Let's do some TTMs. Let's see what kind of returns we have. Where in the world is our first one coming to us from? San Diego, California. Let's see what we got coming to us out of San Diego, California. Oh, those are sweet. Look at those. 2 beautiful return cards autographed by Mr. Matt Williams. What a slugger he was. One of the most underrated sluggers of the 90s, in my opinion. He had 5 30-plus home run seasons, and he had a 43 home run season in 1994, the strike year. They only played 110 games. He had 43 home runs. A 6-time All-Star, 4-time Golden Glove winner, 4 Silver Sluggers. Only player to hit home runs for 3 different franchises in World Series play. He also managed the Washington Nationals to a division title in 2014. Now he's a third base coach for the Padres. Great slugger. Premier slugger of the 90s. 56 years old, Matt Williams. He signed this beautiful 87 Topps card and this sweet, sweet Upper Deck card, 1993. 2 great returns from Mr. Matt Williams. Thank you, sir. That's a good way to start it with a great old slugger like Matt Williams. All right, TTM number 2 from St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis, Missouri. What do we got from St. Louis? Let's open it up, take a look and see. Oh, we got a nice vintage Topps card. 1968 Topps card. Signed by Mr. Don Shaw, 78-year-old Don Shaw. Look at that. Sweet vintage Topps card. Old Don Shaw. He had a career record of 13 wins and 14 losses with a 4.01 ERA in 5 years. He only started 1 game, and he lost that game 4-2 to the great Juan Marichal. He was the winning pitcher, though, in the Montreal Expos' first ever game. Don Shaw, thank you, sir. 78 years old. Look at that beautiful 68 Topps card. That signature looks really nice on there. Not too shaky for a 78-year-old. That thing looks pretty sweet. Take a look at that signature. Came out real nice. Great card. Thank you, Mr. Shaw. Appreciate it. We ready for TTM number 3? from Boston, Massachusetts. Boston. Yeah, let's see what we got out of Boston. Let's see what we got out of Boston. It's like, oh, what's this? It's wrapped in a special little, what kind of paper is that? Nice. Oh, that's a beauty. Oh, Bob Cappadonna. Look at that. That looks great. That black Sharpie on that yellow 69 tops. That looks really good. Oh, Bob Cappadonna, 79 years old, signing this 1969 Topps card. He was the Boston Patriots Rookie of the Year in 1966. He played sparingly in his 3-year career. Only 123 carries in those 3 years for 460 yards, 2 touchdowns. And probably the only football player I know of that ever started his career at Notre Dame and then transferred to Northeastern. Oh, Bob Cappadonna, thank you, sir. Look at that. He had over 2,000 yards in his Northeastern days after he left Notre Dame. Bob Cappadonna, old running back for the Boston Patriots, 79 years old. Thank you, sir, for signing this 1969 Topps card and protecting it in this special paper. I don't know what you call that kind of paper. Very nice. Appreciate it, sir. All right, 3 good returns. The next one is coming to us from North Houston, Texas. And this thing feels thick and it's like a paper clip or something in there. Setting off a lot of alarms. Let me tell you what, I got a bad feeling about this. You know how some people, when they go to the card store, they go to Walmart or Target to buy some trading cards, and they grab each pack and they try to see, does it feel a little heavy, like there might be a relic card in there or something? Or how some fellas say, oh, they could just look at a lady and tell you what her bra size is, but I got a feeling, I can tell by holding this, I got a bad feeling we got a price list or something in here. There's more than just a trading card in my notes sent back. This feels a little too thick. I got a bad feeling. Let's get prepared in case I'm right. I just don't like the feel of it. We might have a price list. So let's get ready. Let's get ready in case we do. Let's put our glove on and pick up our hazardous materials here. Place them over here. Just in case we get a new inductee into the TTM Hall of Fame. Let's have everything ready to go. You notice we added our last Bob Allen's been properly inducted, so just in case we had our hazardous material gloves on for that. So all right, let's bust open this thing. Like I said, it just doesn't feel right. Let's see what it is. What? No, look at all this stuff. Oh boy. What in the world is all this? What in the world is all this paper clip? Card. Whoa! Look at that. Look at that. Can you believe that? Oh my goodness. I think we got a signature on this one. I can't believe it. Mr. Roger Clemens? What is that? I think that's her for real signature. Let me see. What does this say? That could be a fake. I sent him this. Maybe this is just like an auto pen? Let me see what we got. What does all this note say? Let's see. We received your letter requesting Mr. Clemens' autograph. donation requirements have changed. As you know, I did not know anything about the Roger Clemens Foundation, blah, blah, blah. We're returning to your item as there is no donation enclosed, and the donation for one card is $100. We did include a small token of our appreciation for being a fan. So this must be just like a fake. This must be like a stamped. Oh yeah, I can see now looking closely at it. That's just a fake card. He faked me out for a minute. I thought I might have actually got a Roger Clemens card, but that is fake. It's just stamped. It's just like a pre-printed thing. It's a nice fake one though. Well, if you want to know how much it costs to get a Roger Clemens autograph, $100 for a baseball card. We got some other things, other checks that look at $1,000 for $5,000 for game use cleats. Well, Mr. Roger Clemens is going to have to be inducted into the TTM Hall of Shame. He did send a nice fake Stadium Club autograph card. He returned my card. He wants $100 to sign this, so he's going into the TTM Hall of Shame. Roger Clemens. We'll probably give away that nice fake card at some point. Look at that. If anybody wants that, I'll probably be giving it away someday with our Brett Favre stuff. Roger Clemens, TTM Hall of Shame. All right, let's get back on track. That threw me for a second. But we do have somebody going into the Hall of Shame, Mr. Roger Clemens. And after I tried in my note, I went out of my way to warn him that A.J. Hinch was going to mess up his son Cody's career with the Tigers. I've been proven right. And despite all the great advice and wisdom I sent to Mr. Clemens regarding his son, he still wants $100 to sign the card. All right, let's do our next one. Let's try to rebound and get this TTM train back on the rails. Oh, boy. What do we got next? Ah, this is what we like. Look at this. Mr. Ed Obradovich signing 2 1969 Topps cards. He's 82 years old. Great old defensive end. Played 10 years for the Bears after being drafted in the 7th round out of Illinois. His greatest moment probably came in the 1963 National Football League Championship game, when he intercepted a Y.A. Tittle screen pass and ran it back deep into New York Giants territory to set up the Chicago Bears game-winning TD. Named one of the 100 greatest Bears of all time in 2019. And he played himself in the famous TV movie Brian's Song. You remember that old tearjerker about the Bears running back Brian Piccolo and his battle with cancer? Ed Obradovich played himself in that movie. And he signed these 2 cards. We really appreciate it. That's how you do it. Ed Obradovich signing 2 Topps cards, 69 Topps. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate that. That gets us back on the right track after old Roger Clemens threw us not a fastball, but a curveball. All right, what do we got next? This one's coming to us from Cleveland, Ohoho. Cleveland, Ohoho, the mistake by the lake. Cleveland, Ohoho, what do we got? Ah, another great success. 2 beautiful vintage Topps cards signed by old Joe Nossick. 81 years old, he signed his 67 Topps in the 1969 Topps. Old Joe played 6 years as a spare outfielder and pinch hitter. He had a career average of .238 with only 3 lifetime home runs. Like a lot of poor hitters, he went on to become a coach, working for 5 different teams in a 28-year coaching career. And he's a member of something called the Kermit Plosser Ohio Athletics Hall of Fame. Surely one of the most obscure Hall of Fames in existence. Joe Nosek. Thank you, sir. 81 years old. He signed a 67 Topps, 69. Look at these sweet old vintage Topps cards. Look at that. Joe's, can you see that? Joe's hobby is archery. Very nice. What we got here? Oh, we got the same note over here. Joe is an expert archer. All right. Well, thank you. He probably shot that bow and arrow better than he swung the baseball bat. Thank you, Mr. Nosek. Really appreciate it. All right, let's keep going with some more TTMs. We've got about, 3 left? Next one coming to us out of Orlando, Florida. I'm still chuckling over that fake Roger Staubach, Roger Clemens card. Now, what do we got in the world? Here's this. Got our note back. Oh, beautiful. Mr. Jim Yarbrough. Great old offensive tackle for the Detroit Lions. 75 years old. He signed this beautiful, what is this, a 74 Topps? I'm not sure what year Topps this is. It's a nice old Topps card signed by Jim Yarbrough. He was a second-round draft pick for the Lions out of Florida, where he had been a teammate of Steve Spurrier. He played a solid tackle for the Lions for 9 seasons. He appeared in only 1 playoff game. In his second year, the 5-0 loss to the Cowboys in 1970. Now, if you'll notice here, the expression on Mr. Yarbrough's face, this is a 76 Topps card, now I look at it. Just look at old Jim's, this is the expression on Mr. Jim Yarbrough's face on this 1976 Topps card. You can see here, by 1975, he'd been totally lionized. That's the familiar, sour facial expression worn by almost every Detroit Lions player of the last 65 years. Jim Yarbrough got the classic lion look on his face. Thank you, sir, for signing this 1976 Topps card. And let me see if he put anything on the note here and he answered any questions. Look at this. I said, I saw you play at Old Tiger Stadium. He said, then he put a little comment, great old stadium, but Silverdome was awesome too. I asked him about that 1970 playoff game in Dallas. He said, oh, it's on YouTube. I said, do you have any favorite teammates on those old Lions teams? Rockne Freitas, Ed Flanagan, Dick Geron. What's this other one? I can't quite read that last one. So many, really. Larry Hand. What's that? Mike Weegar, Herb Orvis. I can't quite read that last one. I said, I hope you're doing well. He said, yes, thank you, and I hope you are doing well. I said, I also said, you played with Steve Spurrier at Florida. What was he like? Could you tell he was going to be a ball coach? Very, very cool, and no, I did not expect him to coach. Well, we really thank Mr. Yarbrough. Look how he squeezed all those answers and comments to various parts of the note. Really appreciate that. Very interesting. He said, I didn't think Steve Spurrier was going to coach, but he was a good guy, a cool guy. Thank you, Mr. Yarbrough. Appreciate that. All right, we got 2 TTMs left. This one here is coming to us from Santa Ana, California. What do we got from Santa Ana, California? Oh, beautiful. First Bowman card signed by Edgar Caro. Now, this kid was an under-the-radar prospect at the beginning of the year. He's a 19-year-old switch-hitting catcher from Cuba. He had a great year this year at Inland Empire. I'm pretty sure he's going to be high up on them prospect lists next year. He hit .312 with 17 home runs and 75 RBIs. A switch-hitting catcher with those kind of numbers? I'm glad to get this. Is a sweet one to get back. Bowman first. Thank you, Mr. Caro, and best of luck on your journey to the big leagues. Look at that. That is a good one. He had a heck of a year for Inland Empire. I bet you he's on those top 100 lists next year. Switch hitting catcher, hitting .312 with 17 homers and 75 RBIs, and he's only 19 years old. This is a good one to have. Very good. All right, this is the last TTM of the day. What a day of TTMs. And this one here is coming to us. South Jersey, New Jersey. South New Jersey. Very good. What do we got from South New Jersey? Something stuck at our note. Got our note. Oh, beautiful. Now, this is a real Hall of Famer. This is how a real Hall of Famer should do it. Maybe that's why Roger Clemens ain't in the Hall of Fame. This is one of the greatest hockey players of all time, Mr. Bill Barber from the Broad Street Bullies. 70 years old, he signed his 1973-74 Topps rookie card, put his number on there. A great, great goal-scoring left winger on those old Broad Street Bullies Stanley Cup champion teams. He had one 50-goal season, 4 40-goal seasons, 420 career goals, and he scored the game-tying goal in the 1976 Canada Cup final that Canada eventually won in overtime. 6-time All-Star, elected to the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1990. Truly one of the all-time greats, Bill Barber. And he signed this beautiful 73-74 Topps rookie card. That's how the classic greats should do it. Thank you, Mr. Barber. Let me see if you answer any questions on the note. I said, did you have any favorite teammates on those old Flyers teams? All my teammates were close friends, so very good. Thank you, Mr. Barber. That is about as good a way as you can to end this thing. That more than makes up for Mr. Roger Clemens and his fake auto card and his $100 request. All right, people, that is it. Another TTM episode. We're ready to hit the stop button and dump this thing into the worldwide YouTube video airfill. God willing, we'll be back in a couple days with some more. Until then, enjoy some football this weekend and enjoy the rest of your life.